What up, everyone? I'm Max Rich, and this is MMA Confidential on inasectv. Everyone would agree that UFC 107 was a heck of a show. In fact, it was their best one in a while. A few weeks later, and on the same night, Strikeforce and UFC sister promotion WEC would try to meet those standards. Strikeforce had the return of Cung, a lightweight title fight with Josh Thomson and Gilbert Melendez, and a whole lot more. Bruce Kivo was in San Jose, and he has the full recap.
I'm Bruce Kivo, MMA Confidential. We just witnessed at the HP Pavilion one of the greatest cards that Strikeforce ever put on. We saw Scott Smith behind in points, getting his butt literally kicked for 2.5 to 3 rounds, come back and beat and knock out the undefeated Cung.
Scott Smith has done it! Unbelievable! Oh, a bad deal! Scott Smith delivers the Christmas miracle!
Let me ask you something. Where do you get the will to just keep coming back? Because this is not unusual with you. It looked like sometimes you're going to get hurt, you're going to be stopped, but you come back and you win. What's that fortitude? Where do you get that?
I've said it many times before. It's a sense of urgency, but I don't think a lot of fighters will admit it. A lot of guys fight out of fear, you know. I got my butt kicked for 2.5 rounds, and that fear kicks in. Like, do I really want to sit here for another couple minutes and take those kicks to the head? So fear sets in, and you gotta step up and do something about it.
Talk me through the fight.
He caught me early on with a kick, almost finished me with some ground and pound. He kind of wore out a little bit. I couldn't quite get my distance. Started to get my distance a little bit. I need to keep the fight in close, not let him throw the kicks. And I wasn't throwing enough punches. My corner kept throwing, feint the right, throw the left, and ended up finishing the fight with that.
And he's got it on the ropes! Scott Smith delivering another right hand! He's just got to finish him! That's it! Miracle in San Jose!
Bob, what do you think went wrong for Cung? I mean, he was dominating that fight. He was kicking butt. What went wrong for Cung?
Well, I think, you know, we come back to it. He got cracked. You know, probably, you know, a little bit of fatigue. You know, it's been a long time since he's been in the ring. But you know, you can't take nothing away from Scott. You know, he's a great athlete. He's got heart that you just don't see anywhere. The way he comes back, I mean, he's the comeback kid. I mean, he's made a career of that. I mean, that's probably the toughest way to be a fighter. But you know, hats off to him.
Final 10 seconds. Strikeforce lightweight title unification bout. This one ends the way it began.
When was the last time you seen the UFC card put together like this? Yeah. When was the last time you seen UFC fighters lay it on the line like we did tonight?
Josh Thomson just lost a very close fight, a real hard-fought battle to El Nino Melendez. Talk us through that fight, Josh.
Gilbert came in with a game plan, and he executed it. I came in with my game plan, and it was a little rough, and it was good in spots, but it just didn't get the job done, and that was the bottom line.
Do you feel that the cage rust affected you at all?
Nope, not at all. I felt good. I felt ready to fight. He just came in with a better game plan, and he executed it better than I did mine. I'm gonna go home, lick my wounds a little bit, and you know, and just enjoy being done with this fight. I'm glad 5 rounds is a lot to train for and a lot of weight to bear. So I'm gonna prepare for my next fight. Whatever Scott Coker puts in front of me with Showtime and Strikeforce, I'm gonna be ready. I'd like to probably possibly fight as early as January 30th if I get cleared and ready to go.
Kivo just exhibited a tremendous amount of talent. He knocked out a very tough guy, Mike Whitehead. It was an amazing punch. I'm here with Kivo. I like the looseness of your hands, just like a Ray Robinson or an Anderson Silva. And you could see what you were doing. Describe your hands.
I follow boxing a lot, and I like to be loose and I'll be out there to have fun. But I'm not like Sugar Ray Robinson yet, because that's just too high of an accolade. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not up there with him, but he's a great fighter, the best of all time.
Veteran Matt the Law Linland against BJJ submission technician Jacare.
It was a great short fight. Manlin was a great fighter, but you dominated him and you really showed your jiu-jitsu. Did you have confidence you would beat Matt, because you beat him once before in grappling and submission grappling?
Eu acho que MMA é totalmente diferente.
MMA is different, but you know, when I go to fight, I'm very confident for whatever is in front of me, and I just come and do it.
Well, you beat one of the great MMA fighters of all time. What's next for you, Jacare?
I won the belt, the middleweight belt, for my history. Now I have done, I deserve a shot for the middle belt.
Obrigado.
Thank you.
De nada. Combinado.
Speak Portuguese.
Combinado. Combinado.
It's a great time to be a heavyweight in Strikeforce. They have established stars like Alistair Overeem and Mike Whitehead, up-and-comers like King Mo and newly acquired Bobby Lashley, and of course the great Fedor. And it was Fedor who knocked out Brett Rogers back in November. Well, Rogers has a mountain to climb to get back to the top, and Bruce Kivo was there to get the 4-1-1 from Brett himself.
Brett just fought Fedor. He made a little vital mistake. He learns from his mistakes, and he did a tremendous KO of Andrei Arlovski in Strikeforce the previous fight. What did you learn from the fight with Fedor, Brett?
Basically, I learned, you know, can't always judge a book off his cover, and then, also I learned definitely, I guess, to always be ready and keep my hands up. So, worked real hard before that fight, and I'm not gonna say that I don't approve of the performance, but it definitely was a life living or a life learned lesson, So, I mean, Fedor, he's an experienced fighter, so I give that to him. I respected that. So, but as far as here on out, I'm just going in to kill, man. I'm going in to seriously kill. I'm using my name from here on out. Just be aggressive and just, try to dominate until the fight is done.
After the fight, I remember you mentioned that I think you felt you could have beat him, that you just made a mistake. Could you give us some thoughts on that?
I mean, every fight is different, and every fighter is different. And I mean, as far as his pressure towards me, I mean, I was expecting it to go a little. I expected him to apply a lot more pressure. So it is what it is, man. I mean, Fedor, like I said, a good fighter, and it's just gonna be a lot different the next time.
What are your thoughts on Strikeforce with all these people like Bobby Lashley and Herschel Walker come in? Anyone you'd like to fight, and why?
I'm still on that. I'll fight anybody. Training hard. You know what I mean. So Strikeforce is doing their job as far as competing with the UFC, as far as having top talented fighters. So I mean, it's definitely gonna be a change for 2010.
All right, Bruce, and just out of curiosity, let me know who you guys think should get the next shot at Fedor. We'll run the results on an upcoming MMA Confidential. You can do that by signing up for a free account on inasectv.com, adding me, Max Rich, as a teammate, and just send me a message after that. That's it for now. For Bruce Kivo, once again, I'm Max Rich. We'll see you next time.